Right. Let's take a look at some dank Brandon memes.
Dank dark Brandon.
Exactly.
Dark Brandon. All right.
Been getting popular on Reddit, right? I know that there's an Out of the Loop. I love the Out of the Loop subreddit because it like just keeps me in the loop for like different trends on Reddit, and I think just in the world in general.
Right.
President Grandpa.
Hey, Grandpa Kush. There we go.
There we go.
There we go. Thanks, Brandon, for sure.
Cognitive dissonance of MAGA.
Fuck Joe Biden. No one fuck Biden. That fucker's not being civil.
Love it.
Oh man. So why Dark Brandon? That's just him being like his most.
So
Like
dark
joining the dark
Brandon
side?
evolved because basically, while they were calling him, a dementia patient,
Leave it on that one.
essentially, they were also acting like he was this brilliant mastermind behind all of these crazy things that were going on. So
As is
basically-
tradition with very hyper conservative or just
Right.
fascist ideologies, right? Is that the other are too crappy for us to acknowledge, and they're also too strategic for us to ignore
Right.
them.
So he's with gas maybe is a good example of, oh, well, he's so aloof and he's so stupid. The gas prices are just going out of control. But then also he's this brilliant mastermind who's trying to wage World War III with Russia. And that's
And
also
China.
why the gas prices are high. It's like, okay, well, you
Yeah.
got to pick one, man.
Yeah.
And
Choose.
it's just people, yeah.
And when was being
People are
against Russia and
embracing-
China a bad thing? A bad thing.
Right.
I just don't get that part, man. But there's something I saw. And Crane, would you actually go to the one above? This is something.
This one, the one above it.
Yeah, the one right above it, where it was Biden calling or making mention of no,
Oh,
below.
you
Yeah.
meant
Right there.
Yeah, the socialist Republicans.
Yeah.
For
This was
asking
hilarious.
for money because they were voting against again. What was it? Federal relief or
Yeah.
right.
Oh,
So-
yeah. Federal aid. And then, the ultimate irony watching Ron DeSantis, who just pulled
Yeah.
this stupid political stunt with the, migrant workers or the illegal immigrants or whatever the hell they want to call them, and then for him to turn around and have to kiss ass like this to get money to help his state, which is going through a disaster. And of course,
Yeah.
they don't have to kiss Biden's ass because it's not a case where like
It's-
Trump was trying to have California
Yeah.
suck up to him for help.
Exactly. He's his giving of aid is not conditioned upon whether he likes the dude or not.
Right. And
Because that's what a good president should do.
right.
not-
And never mind the fact
Yeah.
that California provides how much of the taxpayer coffer that the federal government
Yeah,
uses to pay all this stuff.
Through state
We
revenue, yeah, it's
contribute
crazy,
so much
yeah.
more than definitely more than Florida does. But, if you see, there's more pictures of these interactions, and it's hilarious because Ron DeSantis looks like he's miserable with his own people. And you see these pictures of Biden chatting with all these Republican Florida voters, and they're, enjoying his presence, and Ron DeSantis looks like he's being tortured just to do his job.
Exactly. Yeah. This is cool. Definitely on this vibe. Feels like dark Brandon energy for sure.
Yeah.
He's just kind of going in. He's just, not being so like cordial anymore.
Right. And I mean, this is a very, it's not an accident. They've very strategically lined all of these things up.
He's too sleepy, man. He's sleepy
Nice.
Joe,
He's
man.
sleepy. Joe,
Right. He's a
man.
sleepy
Sleep-
idiot old man, but he clearly knows what he's doing because all of the wins that they've come up with these past couple of weeks and the past month or two, with the bills that they've passed and all of these advancements that they're going to be making here, it's pretty wild to see the reaction from,
Yeah.
Both sides of the aisle too, because the right is now taken to calling them the Biden regime. Have you seen this? They're the
Yeah.
Biden regime now, not the Biden administration.
We did a short when it was us two and Joaquin and talking about the MTG speech, right, where she was talking about how Dems are killing Republicans for being Republicans, but she was like the regime is blah 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 weaponizing
Right.
the law and this dude all this fatty projection, you know what I mean? It's just-
Yeah.
it's wild. Hey, well, finally seen some movement from Biden, and it's funny because then I've been seeing things on Twitter where people are like, oh, it sucks that pretty much like saying, oh, Biden's doing all this stuff now because it's close to the midterm. So he's just moving these political chips.
Right,
at the end
you
of the day.
idiots. That's the point. That's why he didn't do it 2 years ago, because you fuckers would have forgotten and you still wouldn't have come out to vote.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, it's the harsh reality. It's
fucking
like,
hilarious.
We're the reason why it's like that.
Right, exactly. And the forgetfulness of the American public is so palpable, because we forget shit that happened last month.
Yeah.
So much stuff happens, especially on a political level in this country constantly, and the bitching is so constant. We forget about stuff,
Oh yeah.
You have no doubt that this too will also pass, and this is a major thing that we've been waiting for. I mean, shit. We've been talking about legalization for a long time, and that's huge, pardoning people, and also to turn around and also make it about pressuring the governors and telling them, you need to follow suit and do what I'm doing at the federal level on the state level.
Yeah.
And the Congress needs to do their job to fully legalize this and deschedule the drug. This is the stepping stone here.
I wonder what Darth Sidious is going to make up as to why, the
only
Senate repubs.
weed for me.
Yeah, only weed for
Hey,
me.
the marijuana smoking leads directly to murder.
The marijuana leads
directly to murder and the listening
white women thinking they could sleep with black men. Oh wait, what?
And the listening of acid jazz.
Abortions for all. We don't want that.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Anyway, so that's cool. Dark Brandon.
Yep.
This is nice. I like this side, and we're hopeful to see sort of what it bears. The midterm elections in about a month, right?
Yeah, we're not that far out, are we, folks?
So, friends, I mean, hey, I'm not going to tell you who to vote for, but take note of what takes place at all levels of public office, right? Local, of course, is very relevant, and then just seeing how it goes from there. It takes a lot of time, but again, for me, it's been a valuable use of my time, and I definitely don't do it as much as I used to, but I think perhaps it might be for better. I mean, I still try to be informed, but you know what? I think it's just trying to really be present with what is happening and then taking note so that, when you get to vote, right, it's like it's informed. It's not based on a single issue, sort of stance. Yeah. That's how we maximize our voting here in America.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it does feel like a little hopeless sometimes, right? But
yeah. Well, also, I think this is a good reminder that we got to laugh every once in a while and have a little bit of a sense of humor. And I think we really did lose that for a good 4 years with Trump, where we had a president who did not have a sense of humor, especially not about himself at all. Took himself way too seriously.
There's too much to cry.
I thought he was hilarious.
There's too much to cry.
Yes,
yeah.
Inadvertently, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, he was quite the meme, the most meme president we've ever had.
Meme mother.
Yeah, but he took himself way too seriously, and at least with this, you can tell that not only are we starting to lighten up a little bit, but it also seems like people are noticing, because it's not an accident that also at the same time the White House Twitter account is calling out Republicans by name that all voted against shit that they're benefiting from.
Yeah, and that they're like on their Twitters like, hey, look at what our great state is able to enjoy. And then the White House Twitter like, hey, didn't you vote against that when?
Yeah. So we're getting a little bit more of that, self-awareness.
Yeah, finally, geez. And of course, it's important to be consistent with the metrics, and so hopefully, again, I mean, but it does seem like a political death sentence to say, "Hey, I messed up in this way," right?
Right.
But hey, I mean,
some people got away with it, man. Look at George W. Bush had the highest approval rating of any president right after 9/11, and that was like hey guys, sorry about that. I swear I'll do better. Yeah. And people were like, hey,
I swear
Clinton's
I'll do better.
highest approval rating was after he apologized for lying about the blowjob, know. And John F. Kennedy's highest approval rating was after he asked for an apology. After he got shot, he had a really good approval rating.
Grim, dude.
Jeez, Joe.
No. Dude, I was like, don't go there. Dude, I was like, don't go there, please. I went there. Sorry. It's because
God.
It was like what's that called? Like the fatal, fatal thinking. It describes the experience of thinking the worst case scenario in a situation.
Sure.
Sure,
but no, I was thinking more about I was thinking about the Bay of Pigs, not Dallas. But yes, they had high approval ratings after they came out and admitted, hey, you know what? I fucked up. but I'm the president and I got to take responsibility for that.
That's cool.
And the American people, for what it's worth, usually will give the president another chance, So here's another scenario where we've seen Biden go from the lowest approval rating of like every president at this point, going back to Reagan, had a low approval rating. The economy didn't look great because everything ebbs and flows. So, pay attention. Don't take shit too seriously and stay dank,
Seriously.
Ah.
They dang.